Hey friends, Lisa with Forever Bloom. Here I have a really cute porch barn door insert, gingerbread theme. I'm going to use painter's tape to color sort my items. I think I'm going to paint Cookie, the letters for Cookie, deep burgundy. And then I'm going to use my hand sander here to get rid of some of that scorching. You want to remove that scorching, especially if you're going to paint over that piece of wood with white, or else it could soak through your paint. It just all depends on what kind of paint you're using. So I'm just lightly using 240 grit and lightly going over the area. You can also take a baby wipe. It comes off pretty easy with a baby wipe, but I find that if you get the MDF too wet, it can get a little uneven. So regardless, you're going to have to sand it. And then I'm just cleaning it off, all the dust. All right, I think that looks good. I usually like to sand on a different surface. That way I don't get any of the dust in my paint, but I want to make sure that I showed you guys how I do this. Looks pretty good. All right, so just gathering all the items that I want to be the same color, and these items will be deep burgundy. I think the hearts that are on the peppermints are gonna be a pink color, and I will use desert cactus for the greenery. There's a lot of little pieces with this one. And I'll be painting the centers of the peppermints deep burgundy as well. Getting out another piece of painter's tape because I'm running out of room. So I'm just going to move my greenery to my other piece of painter's tape. And continue with the items that I want to be deep burgundy. I think I want the hearts that are on the gingerbread to be deep burgundy. And gingerbread for the 3-inch round will be burgundy. And kisses, I think I'm going to go with white. Little piece of candy there will be white. I'm going to get another piece of tape. Move some of these items out of my way so you can see what I'm doing. The scarf will be desert cactus as well. The frosting will be a white color. So all these will be pink that go on the peppermint greenery. And the little gingerbread cookies will be a brown. All right, I think we're ready to start painting. So for the gingerbread man, I'm going to use sable brown. This is my color match that I got of Deco Arts Sable Brown. I got it color matched at Home Depot. I like to use makeup wipes to paint. You can use paint brushes. This is just my preferred method of painting. If you've made it this far in this video, welcome. My name is Lisa. I'm with Forever Bloom. I cut these DIY wood kits out on my own laser and sell them on an app called Whatnot. There should be a link in the description of this video to my Whatnot channel. It's actually a link for new, there's a refer a friend link that if you have not used Whatnot and you create an account, you will get $25 credit. At least that's what's going on right now. It could change. It was $15, so keep that in mind. For this 3-inch round, I'm going to go in with this light pink. This is cotton candy. No, this is baby blush. And that's a little white. Too white. I think I want it a little bit more pink. So we'll just go ahead and apply this color. I think I might change it. We'll see. Go ahead and add this color pink to the heart just so that they have the same tone. But I definitely think I'm going to go with a darker pink. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to use this desert cactus. Cactus flower. That's what this color is called, cactus flower. And then for the sign, I'm going to use light buttermilk. You want to make sure to go over the engraving with a very light pressure and not very much paint on your makeup sponge or paintbrush so that it doesn't get down into the engraved lines. This will require an additional coat just to get good coverage. Alright, I sped through that so you didn't have to sit there and watch me apply paint. I'm going to do light buttermilk on the peppermint shrubs as well. Alright, now I'm going to use sable brown to paint the little gingerbread cookies. And we'll add another layer to this cookie. Alright, now I'm going to use desert cactus and paint the greenery. And I'm going to use desert cactus and paint the scarf as well for the gingerbread man. Alright, next I'm going to use Alzerian Crimson and paint I was going to go with deep burgundy, but I decided to do Alzerian Crimson for everything that I want to be red. So the gingerbread, the peppermint stripes, and the letters, and the berries. And I'm adding another layer of desert cactus to the scarf and the greenery. Wait for this to dry. Doesn't take long. And I did speed this up so you didn't have to watch it in real time. Set that to the side. Here I am taking just a little paintbrush and adding some desert cactus to the little, I don't know, candy wrapper, I guess we can call that. Alright, now I'm going to take my angle paintbrush and we are going to float some of this crimson around the pink hearts to give it some dimension. So I like to get my paintbrush wet, absorb most of the water using onto my baby wipe, dip the corner of the paintbrush into my paint, work the paint into my bristles of the paintbrush, and then just go along the edge of the object I want to float paint on. I sped this up a little bit so you didn't have to watch it in real time. Alright, now I'm going to float some crimson around the 3-inch circle. And then I'm going to go in and float some sable brown around the peppermint greenery, shrubbery, whatever you want to call it. Perfect. Just looking and see how it looks with the stripes on. Now I'm going to go and hit the tops of each stripe, peppermint stripe, with some light buttermilk. And if you wanted to watch this video in real time, in YouTube you can hit the sprocket that's in the upper right corner, I believe, and reduce the speed, the playback speed, and you'll get, if you reduce the playback speed, it'll be slower so you can watch it in real time. Now I'm just going to do the tips, the top of the word gingerbread with some light buttermilk. I'm going to hit the hearts that are going to go on the gingerbread man with some light buttermilk, just one side. And then I'm going to use dark Hauser green and go around the scarf just to give it some dimension. Alright, that's good. Now I'm going to go over the bottom of each of the greenery with some dark Hauser green. Alright, that looks good. And the tips of the candy. Add another layer. I thought I was adding another layer of deeper or crimson, but I guess not. So I'm adding cheeks now. So I like to use Tim Holtzer's Distressing Crayon. This is Lumberjack or Fire Brick and a blending brush. Just applying cheeks like you would apply blush to your cheeks. Using my dotting tool to add the gingerbread eyes. Placing my icing down on the gingerbread so I can get the just kind of where I need to glue them. Give me an idea of where I need to glue them. And there's engraved lines that you would just line the icing up with. Cute. Adding the scarf. And a star or snowflake. Now I'm going to add the letters to the sign. Just follow the engraved lines. Alright, now I'm going to add the peppermint stripes. In the top of the flower pot. That looks really good. And then we'll add the hearts to the center and the greenery. Making sure everything is lined up good. Adding the berries. And repeating the process on the other one. Now we'll put together the 3-inch round. So gluing down my words, and then the cookies, and then the candy. Perfect. Adding some dots to the background just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. Alright, and here we go, guys. I give them some freckles, and looks good.